let them end it, but don't sit there and date somebody and say, I'm going to break up with them and see they beg for me to not leave them. They beg for me that I know I'm going to stay. If they don't beg for me, I'm out. You don't want to date somebody who pretty much wants you to beg for you to stay around. You don't want to date somebody who does that. Like, that's not healthy. So this is not a healthy relationship at all. Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I'm your host, Zakka. What is Nerdy Dating? It is a relationship advice podcast from a viewpoint of a nerd and your friends, family members, somebody who needs a third person perspective on dating and relationship advice. Send them my way and I can answer their question for them. They can put it in the comment section below. They can send it to me on TikTok and Instagram at alizakkanerdydating. And also, please like, share, subscribe to the podcast. Please share your podcast, please. Let everybody know. I know I just said share your podcast, but yeah, please share the podcast. You're listening to it. Share it with friends and family. Please subscribe to it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And let's get this podcast out there. Let's get it going. And really, how we get that out there, it comes down to you. You. I'm pointing to you who is listening to this right now. Yes, I'm pointing to you. Please share this. Please let friends and family know. And I appreciate you so much. And I love the support I'm getting right now. Now, let's go and get into today's topic of TikToks and Instagram reactions. And of course, we got the Reddit reads coming on the back half. So let's kick it off right now. We got this video here. And this is from, it's actually from a TV show. But the Instagram is Poetic Style. So let's see what this video is about.
To move into another direction.
That's how you feel, I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna respect it.
You seem like
you said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your decision.
It ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal for nothing that I'm saying.
You seem like you've already made your decision.
I wanted you to say something. And you're not saying it's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything. You didn't even fight for a second. I've decided to move into another direction.
That's how you feel, I gotta respect it.
Okay, so then the actual comment on here, it's not a comment, but the caption says, ladies, what is your next move if you try to break up with your dude? And he responds like this. And what his response was, you know, I respect that. That's what you want. I'm going to respect that. And let's be frank here. Like, she got upset with him because his response wasn't, oh, babe, let's talk it out. Let's sit here. Let's see what we can do to change it. Let's see what we can do to fix this. If you're in a relationship with somebody and your partner says, I'm ready to end it with you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do as you said. We're ending the relationship. You know, there's no going back from this. And they turn around and try to say, no, you got to fight for this relationship. You're going to just leave it, let it die like that. That is a sign of a toxic relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who is going to throw a breakup and throw divorce in your face all the time. That is not healthy. And you're pretty much walking on eggshells and they feel like, well, this relationship is not providing for me anymore. And they want to end it. Yeah, let them end it. But don't sit there and date somebody and say, I'm going to break up with them and see they beg for me to not leave them. They beg for me that I know I'm going to stay. If they don't beg for me, I'm out. You don't want to date somebody who pretty much wants you to beg for you to stay around. You don't want to date somebody who does that. Like, that's not healthy. So this is not a healthy relationship at all. And it's actually very, very toxic. Like, you do not want to be in a situation like that. I respect him for saying, you know what, that's what you respect. That was your opinion. I respect it. And leave. Now, what could he have done better? Dude just got broken up with. Like, I don't know. To me, we keep it like, you know, I don't want to, you know, it is what it is. I'm sad about it. I'm disappointed, but I understand where you're coming from. Yes, it's your feelings. You feel like we should end it when we should end it. Like, 100%. And she's like, that's all you're going to do? That's all you're not going to fight for this? Like, you're breaking up with me. Fighting would have been, maybe we should go to marriage counselor, dating counselor, couples counselor, or speak to a therapist and try to work it out, communicate, and have us conversations about communication. Now, I don't know what their relationship is. I never seen the show that's on the OWN channel, which I think is the Oprah Winfrey Network. I have not seen the show at all. This came across my feed, and I was like, nah. And then it was like, ladies, what is your next move if you try to break up with your dude? And his response like that, well, her next move should be like, okay, well, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to sit here and try to have him fight me and try to argument over us breaking up. You're breaking up. There's a reason why you guys wasn't working together, and it shows right now. So the next couple of videos we got from the Desirable Truth TikTok. You know how I feel about some of the questions he asked about people, but I came across this TikTok again, and I was like, yeah, some of his reactions, he always adds thoughts in his comment section, or his not profile, whether it's the bio, not bio, I can't think of what it is, the description of the video, he always adds thoughts. And so one came across, and I was like, you know what, I've spoken about this on this podcast, might as well bring it back up again. So here's a few videos from the Desirable Truth. Start with number 1.
Doesn't tell me how to dress.
Do you think a man should have any say in how his woman dresses?
No. My boyfriend doesn't tell me how to dress. Like, he understands he's dating like a bad bitch. Like, it comes with the territory. So
if you can't handle it, then don't.
Yeah, if you can't handle it, don't go for the baddie, because we're gonna wear what we feel good in. Well, like, it's not for other people, it's for us, because we like how we look and whatever, you know.
So your man doesn't care about the fact that your belly might be out or your boobs might be out?
Like, he does not care, like, because he understands we have that trust. So it's like I know I'm gonna go home to him. Like, that's my man.
If a woman were to dress revealing, you don't think it's her saying, hey, I'm on the market, I'm available, or give me more attention from men?
No.
But then why come out in this environment and have a girls' night and dress how you are?
Girls' night is like the key there. It's like, we want to look good.
It's our world. We can do whatever we want.
Right. We want to look good for each other. Like, to take pictures really is one of the main things too. If I wanted a guy's attention, like, I wouldn't need to dress like this to get it.
Yeah.
I said it before. I'll say it again. I've said on another podcast, women dress how they want to dress because they want to feel good about themselves. They're not dressing for men's attention. And like she said, if I wanted to dress to get a man's attention, she don't have to dress like that. A guy will talk to a girl in a paper bag. It doesn't have to be her dressed up and dolled up with makeup on. If a dude's really attracted to a woman, he'll go talk to her in a paper bag, wouldn't care. She can be a legit, like, potato sack, and he would go talk to her, be like, hey man, I think she looks good in that potato sack. I'm gonna go talk to her in the potato sack. Like, it does not matter the kind of clothes she's wearing. A lady want to dress how she wants to dress, let her dress like she wants to dress. And nobody has a say on that but the lady who's wearing the clothes. So men, get off your high horse when it comes to that. Let the lady dress the way they want to dress, because they feeling themselves, they feeling good. You feeling yourself, you feeling good, you dress how you want to dress, right, man? So think of the same thing. Let her dress the way she wants to dress. And ladies, it doesn't matter if you dress provocatively, if you dressing in a full suit. It doesn't matter how you dress. A man wants to approach you and talk to you, he's going to talk to you. It doesn't matter how you dress. So don't say, oh, well, her outfit says this. Her outfit doesn't say she's single. Her outfit doesn't say she's married. Her outfit doesn't say anything. There'll be women who are completely, single, dressing, head to toe in a suit. Like, it doesn't have to be, your clothes do not make what your relationship status is. Not at all. Your clothes do not say what relationship status is. A guy would talk to you regardless of what you're wearing, ladies. So dress like you want to dress. Express yourself. Don't sit there and be like, I don't want anybody to think the way I dress, so I'm not going to dress like this. If you want to dress like that, dress like that. It doesn't matter. And I appreciate these two women coming out there and saying that, because I think a lot of people need to hear that. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the next video here. See what he has to say on this one.
What benefits would you say you get from having guy friends?
Compliments all the time. I feel like I get benefits out of my guy friends more than I do with my girls when it comes to like talking about like sports. And also it's like they're hitting on me every time that they talk to me. So
you get a lot of validation.
Validation, ego boost, absolutely.
Do you feel that way too?
Ego boost from the boys that you're friends with?
Yes, 100%.
Now, what benefits do men get from having you as their friend?
I mean, I feel like I kind of flirt back. Like, I feel like they get an ego boost, like men need, you know? But, like...
But do you go all the way with them?
No.
But let's say you guys were out with your guy friends and somebody tried to attack you or steal your purse. Would you expect your guy friend to protect you?
100%.
They'd beat them up.
So if that man is going to risk his life for you, what would be an equal benefit of him having you as a friend?
Because we make them smile, we're nice, we...
Okay, so
All things.
yeah, so that one, you shouldn't put some stake on your friendship. Like, what does this person bring to me? Why? That's why they're my friend, because they bring me something. No, like, you really shouldn't do that to your friendship. Like, your friends should be people like to hang out with, have fun with, have a good time. You know, people who support you, who not trying to backstab you, who's not trying to run you through the mud. Like, you don't want somebody like that as a friend. You don't want a backstabber as a friend. You want somebody who's good company, who just bring joy. Everybody's having a good time. We're kicking it. There's no underhand reason why they're in your circle. But to say, like, you know what, the reason why I have guy friends so I can flirt with them, they can flirt with me. Ladies, if you have a dude who is flirting with you and he's openly flirting with you, he's not trying to just be a friend. He's trying to be more than that. Like, I do like what you said, you know what, we have some similar interests, like sports. That's awesome. You know, congratulations. Like, dudes like talking to different people about sports or video games or whatever they're into, like where their hobby is, and you find somebody in that hobby, you're going to talk to them about that hobby regardless of gender. But not gonna lie, it's cool to have a girl who can talk sports with you or talk nerdy games and stuff like that, and anime, stuff like that with you. Like, as a guy, it's fun. That is a cool thing. Just sit there and chat it up. But to be like, I'm gonna sit there and flirt with this girl and I have no interest in being more than just a friend, that's the messed up part. And guys, you find yourself in a situation where a girl's flirting with you, I would 100% ask, hey, are you hitting on me as a way, you know, to talk? Like, are you trying to talk to me, or you're just being like flirty? Like, that's her personality and she flirts with every guy. All right, something's there. But if she's flirting with you, I would definitely say, like, hey, especially if a girl's open to flirt with you, she's shooting her shot, I would look at that and like shoot my shot back and see if she wants anything more than just friendship. But if she's like, no, I just want to be friends, then I wouldn't be like, well, I'm not gonna be able to deal with the flirting. Like, we can't be flirting with each other. Like, you can try to flirt with me, but I won't be flirting with you. So that's how you end up in that friend zone situation where I thought she wanted me. No, that's just her personality and she likes flirting around. So guys, be aware of a girl who does this. I would not, pretty much, like, I wouldn't take anything she does into stock, because she's sitting here flirting with me and flirting with the next dude, flirting with the next guy. I'm like, what are you missing? And she said she wants attention. She wants an ego boost, which she's not getting that from her partner. If she's, you know, and she's single, she's not getting that from pretty much, you know, anybody but her friends. She's getting it from her guy friends. And I, as a guy, would be weary of a lady who just use guys as somebody to flirt with to get, you know, that ego boost. And he asked, well, what do you guys bring to the table as a friend? Friendship shouldn't be about what somebody brings to the table. Like I mentioned earlier, it should be about if you're having a good time, if somebody in your circle who's not trying to run you through the mud and backstab you, having a good time, enjoying life. And you have friends for different things. You have friends that can talk about finances. You have friends that can talk about sports, friends that talk about fashion and cooking. Like, it doesn't have to be friends that have to meet one thing. You can have different types of friends. But at the end of the day, are you having a good time? And everybody's having a good time in it. That's what friendship should be about. It should be about what you bring to me and what I bring to you and bring to the table. And as far as dating goes, man, be wary of a girl who's going to flirt with you just because and not flirt with you for attention, or flirt with you for more than just friends. And she's like, I'm just flirting with you to get it built my ego or something like that. Be wary of that. And if she does hit on you, I'll call it out and be like, are you hitting on me, or are you trying to be something more, or you just, you know, just doing it because that's the kind of person you are. And I just want to make sure, because I don't want to be confused and whether or not should I pursue you or should not pursue you. So guys, be cautious of a girl who flirts with everybody, because you got to be like, wait a minute, are you pursuing me for me, or are you just flirting because you like that with everybody? If she's like that with everybody, cool. Then you know, like, not to pursue her and move on. But if she's like, no, I'm trying to hit on you. Like, oh, well, let's play ball. Let's have fun. All right, next video here. Let's see what he got to say on this one. This might just be a desirable truth episode, to be honest, but let's see what we got.
What's your age?
43.
Are you single?
I'm single.
At 43, what's the youngest girl you'd date?
I mean, I wouldn't date anybody less than 18. Yeah, 18.
So 18 is the youngest you'd go.
Yeah.
You don't see any issues with that having that much of an age gap?
No, she can join the military. She can buy a gun. She can smoke a cigarette. She can travel into the world. She's an adult. She's an adult that can go to college, be free, travel the world. She's an adult.
But I mean, what would you, 43-year-old man, have in common with an 18-year-old woman?
Sexual attraction, confidence, experience, protection, provision.
And you feel like you'd be able to provide more for her than a guy her age would?
Absolutely. 100%.
So why does society frown upon that then?
I would say there's a lot of men that have their children and always want to view them as their little girl, but they're not. The biblical verse is that when a man or a woman becomes of age, you leave your parents, and now you're an adult to choose to cling to somebody else, to become one. That's what sex is, becoming one with somebody. A lot of guys think it's daddy's little girl forever. It's like she wants to have her own daddy. You know what I mean? Like.
No, I don't know what you mean.
What's your age?
I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. That rubs me the wrong way. Now, ladies, if you want an older dude and that's what you're into, go for it. But I'll be weary of somebody who, 43 years old and saying like, I'm down to date an 18-year-old. And then he asks you, what do you have in common? He said sexual attraction. Okay, cool. Sexual attraction. That's where you stand there. Fine. Like I said, she's an adult. But at the same time, he's like, well, there's experience and there's protection. So like that, protection, experience. What experience an 18-year-old has? They not even 20. They haven't been on the planet for 20 years yet. They haven't experienced 2 decades on this planet. And you're trying to talk to a 20-year-old or 18-year-old. I've said on this podcast before, I said 10 years is my gap. And even now, I'm looking back on it, I was like, I don't think 10 years is right because, and I guess 10 years if I wanted to just, date around and play around and just, have fun, not take anybody seriously, like casual date. 10 years, which that would put me a 21-year-old. Yeah, go to the bars, go out and do things. But the lifestyle of a 21-year-old and me at 31 is completely different as far as like what else we're into. Where we're like, yeah, we might, if she likes sports, bond over sports. She likes anime, bond over anime. But that's about it. That's about how deep that's gonna go. Like experience of life, she hasn't really experienced the real world yet. She's only 21. This dude wanna date somebody who's 18 years old, and that is, I would be 100% red flag watching this guy become like, why you trying to date an 18-year-old? They can't go to bars. They can't do anything. They just got out of college. The only thing you're here for is sex. That's the only thing you're here for. What experience in life have they experienced? They haven't experienced anything. They haven't got their own place. They probably just now getting a job, or just now, like, if they had a job, still at that job and hopefully promoting within that job, but they really haven't really experienced the workforce yet. If they go to college, they're going to be a whole span of guys in college. Like, there has to be, you have to think about that. Now, you're dating somebody, let's say you're 43 and you date somebody who's 25, 26. Okay, I can see that would be a little more reasonable because they just got out of college. They've been in the real world for 6 years, 8 years. They experience like they have an idea of what life is and what their worldview on this planet is. But if you're freaking 43 trying to date an 18-year-old, nah, I would be weary 1,000%. Ladies, I wouldn't even entertain this man. If you want to go, have fun with him, go for it. I can't tell you who to have as a partner, but I definitely advise, like, I wouldn't take him as seriously. He's probably not taking you as seriously. Now be careful of him trying to tell you should dress like this. He's trying to be more controlling, I should say. You should dress like this. You should behave this way. You can't be your own person. And next thing you have these baggage and scars from dating this guy for 3 months, 4 months before he breaks your heart. So I would be more mindful of him and watch his actions more and see what he tries to say to you more than just the fact that he's an older man. He's more mature. Now your age doesn't reflect your maturity. I'll say that. I would say that the older you are does not mean you're more mature. So definitely be mindful of him. I not a fan. Not a fan at all. All right, next video, and this will be the last one from Desirable Truth. Let's go ahead and hop into it.
How long have you been with your man?
5 years.
If he cheated on you, would you give him another shot?
No, I don't do cheating.
You don't think there's levels to it?
No. Cheating's a no for me.
So if he got another girl's number, you're out.
No, yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I don't do cheating. Not about that.
Just based off of the digits?
Yeah, no, there's no reason for that. No reason for anyone to have someone's phone number. I feel like that's just asking for problems, for trouble.
Is Instagram the same thing too?
I mean, I don't care who he follows on Instagram. That's not a big deal.
But you could communicate the same way. Call, video chat, everything.
I'm not insecure, so I don't really care. But
Who's your favorite celebrity?
I love Post Malone.
So if Post Malone came and he says, you're invited to the party bus, but we're full, your boyfriend can't come, are you going or not?
Am I going? No. Would I have him like sign some part of my body so I can get it tattooed? Absolutely.
Where would you have him sign?
Anywhere.
How long have you been with your man?
5 years.
If he cheated on
Where would you have him sign? Anywhere. I respect that. I respect her for that, and I respect her for being loyal about it. And on top of that, like, I respect her sticking to her boundary. Her boundary is cheating. Like, if you cheat, we're over. I don't care what it is. If you're getting a digit, some other girl's number, why are you intending another girl's number, open up a door that you shouldn't even put yourself in? Like, yeah, I agree with that. Because as a guy, you should know what a girl's intent is. Like, if she's coming to you, she's just offering her number to you, and there's no conversation of like, okay, we're all we're getting together here. No, hey, put my number in your phone so we can all like meet up like as a group, like you and your girlfriend, we're going here, or it's some kind of event, something like that, where you need to exchange numbers. Like, okay, when I get here, I'll call you. Cool, that's big, like whatever. Like, there's nuance to it, but like as far as like some girl come up and approach a dude and try to talk to him and give her his number, a guy would be like, I'm sorry, I have a girlfriend, I'm out. Like, no. Like, he would know what her intent is. Guys are not stupid. Let's go back to it. We're not stupid. And even if a girl try to hit up on us, we'll be like, hey, no, what are you doing? One, okay, you got my number from past. I'm in a relationship. It's over. Please don't mess with me. And also, let's go ahead and go into, the Instagram version. He brings up Instagram. What about Instagram? Like, it's the same kind of thing. You can communicate on Snapchat, or I said Snapchat, but you can do the same thing on Snapchat, but communicate via, video call and message. You can do all the same thing you can do on Instagram, you can do on your actual phone. And she was like, I don't care who you follow. I'm not insecure about that because he's with me. And also, a guy is not going to try to, if he respects his girlfriend and respects his relationship and respect the boundaries you guys set for the relationship, he is not going to sit there and DM a girl. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't slide in somebody's DM. If he's going to do that, he's going to cheat on you regardless of the fact that, the girl came to him via on the, like, Instagram, Snapchat, or he met her in person. He's going to cheat. So don't sit there and try to put like, oh, Instagram open the doorway. No, if a guy's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. Vice versa. A girl's going to cheat, she's going to cheat. But to sit there and watch somebody's Instagram, watch somebody's, social media and hawk over them, like I mentioned in previous episodes, it's not worth your time, not worth your mental health, it's not worth your stress. And if you have an issue with social media, talk to it with your partner. Have a conversation. Your partner doesn't have the same viewpoint as you on social media, then maybe you're not compatible. If you feel like social media is a no, I don't want to be around that, and we're not about that life, then maybe that is a different, viewpoint on it. But if your partner tell you, well, I'm all about social media, and you're okay with that, then that's what you have to be okay with. So, or if you don't, just leave. But you don't want to leave, you don't want to lose your relationship over social media, then just kind of be okay with that, comfortable with that. So I do respect a lot what she said there. Now, the Post Malone thing, he always asks somebody, well, if a celebrity came to your partner, if for a hall pass, would you allow it to happen? Or he always asks the partner, would they take the hall pass? And she's like, no, I wouldn't get on the party bus with Post Malone if he said my boyfriend can't come. I respect her for that. But she's like, I would sign a body part so I can get tattoos, not cheating. All right, there you go. So I respect her boundary. I respect everything she brought to the table on this one. So good for her. All right, we got another video, so here we go. Hop into it.
What's your age?
My age 31.
How much money should a 31-year-old man make annually in Miami for you to date him?
1 million per year minimum. He's having come over like cross the weight with me.
So you're making over $1 million?
Almost. Yeah.
So don't you think that makes dating that much more harder for you if you expect a man to match you?
I think in Fitchery, they have a lot of problems, you know, for me. I know say about another people's, because all people's is so different, they think different, you know, like for me right now, they need make minimum 1 million per year.
But how do you make almost $1 million per year?
I'm the realtor, and I'm selling private jets, and I'm selling exotic cars membership.
Is the guy that you're seeing now making over that much?
I don't know how much he's make per year. You know, for now, it's not my business because we're not together like very serious. But I don't think he's loser. Like, I think he's very successful guy.
Okay. So I'll actually like that. Her standard is $1 million per year because what she does, she makes $1 million. She makes over $1 million doing being a realtor and selling private jets and exotic cars. So for her, she wants to be somebody who makes just as much, if not more. I respect that. Like, she don't want to date somebody who makes less than her because she doesn't want to think about all the things such as like, oh, if I do this, can he come along? Can he not come along? It makes sense. It makes sense why she doesn't want to date somebody younger. I mean, not younger, but financially not as who does not make as much financially as her. I can't think of the word I want to say. Not financial stable, because you can be stable at 80,000 and 100,000, depending on what your lifestyle is. But I guess just not much money as her, pretty much. I know that a term to say it. So I do respect that. I do respect her saying like, no, I make this much. I want him to make as much as me, as not more. Like, yeah. And then she said, as of right now, she's casually dating. So for her, money is not on the table as far as like what he really makes, because she's just dating casually. She's not seriously dating him, but she's like, based off what we do, hopefully, he makes as much as me, if not more. Okay, that's the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Now, I would say, guys, if you're trying to date a girl who her thing is like you make $1 million in the lifestyle she's living, if you can't match that lifestyle, don't pretend to match that lifestyle. She's like, I'm going to Paris tomorrow. I'm going to New York tomorrow. I'm going to this. Don't be like, I gotta go to New York too. Don't try to match her lifestyle. If you can't keep up with the lifestyle that she has, maybe not compatible with her. Your lifestyle compatibility is not there. Regardless of how hot she may be, it's not worth you putting that stress on yourself trying to meet this goal for her. If that's what her standard is, perfectly fine. But do not put yourself in a situation to try to hurt your bank account to match what she's doing when you're not there yet. And if you are striving to be there, go for it, get the bag. But I wouldn't say don't stop dating, but like go for it, get that bag. But if you're not there, don't try to force yourself to be there. And hopefully, if she really wants to, she'd be like, you know what? That $1 million is not worth it. You're making $150,000 a year. The $1 million not really worth a thing. But she's saying right now she's dating casually. She don't really know what he's making per year. But when she finds out, she got to make a decision. Is he worth losing because he doesn't make $1 million? So, yeah. All right, next video here, and this is actually the last video, and this is from Durham. So let's see what he had to say.
Girls actually don't care about money. They just have to know that you're competent enough to make money. And then they have to know that you're generous enough to share it with them. Because who wants to live with someone that's not competent and not generous? That's the whole point of why you think girls, oh, they only go for wealthy guys. No. They just want guys that are competent and able to figure it out. There's lots of ways to make money. There's infinite ways to make money. And if you're asking her to split the bill on a first date, it's over for you. Like, I'm sorry. There's nothing more important when you're picking your partner than knowing that they can make money and provide, and then also they're generous and caring, and they don't hold it over you or they don't care about it that much. They just do it because they want to have a good family and they want everyone taken care of. those are special men, and they're not that normal anymore. Like, that's kind of a rare thing, and it's sad. It's hard to make a lot of money, but if you're able to do that and then share it and be kind and generous, that's really what girls want. Kind, generous, sharing guys that are competent.
There's a few things he said in here that I agree with. Stability, be able to provide. That's why women have their stress. Okay, they want somebody who can provide. They want somebody to be stable, not financially in a rut or stuck. They want somebody who can take care of them, the family, the kids. Let's say she gets pregnant and she can't work. He wants somebody to take care of everybody, make sure everybody's okay and comfortable. Especially when, in the, 60s and 50s and 40s, and that mindset from great-grandparents and grandparents where the lady didn't work. And she had to rely on her husband. If he couldn't provide for the family, then everybody else is SOL. And now, women are in the marketplace and women are working. Women, rightfully so, and damn good job doing it, taking jobs of leadership and jobs of power, which, hell yeah, let's go. For guys, we also kind of got to step up. We just can't expect my grandparents did it. You're not living your grandparents' generation. We're living another generation. We need to step up as well. And I, agree with him about being able to provide and being able to be stable. And that's where the money value comes from. And women are taught to find somebody who can provide, find somebody who is stable. The prince, the rich guy, that's where that comes from. Disney and history and culture. But the generous part, and maybe because it's a negation of generous, somebody's like, oh, he's generous. He's willing to give out all the time, not really think about himself. Generous, you want to be careful because you don't want to put yourself in a dangerous situation because you was too generous, because you was giving out way too much, because you wasn't being smart, financially smart with your money. You want to be financially smart with your money. Yes, you can go on, you can be generous with your time. Be generous with your time. Be generous with what you do and how you do things. And, you want to get somebody a gift, give somebody a gift. You want to take somebody on a lifestyle, not lifestyle, but one thing, like take them on a date or take them things you can't touch, things that are not intangible. We want to take them on a date that's not intangible, like a gift. We want to do an experience. That's what I'm looking for. The experience date, go for it. But pretty much show somebody you care. It's not about being generous with money. Money, at the end of the day, yes, it's important. Yes, people get divorced over it. But also caring and taking care of somebody and showing that you care and showing love and affection also matter just as much. So just because you have a bunch of money doesn't mean you're loving, affection, and caring. And generous, that word for some reason bothers me when he says generous, because you can be generous with your money, but you also still treat somebody like crap. So I think the end of it, he wrapped up by being caring, providing, and taking care of somebody, and also being pretty much willing to treat somebody. That's what he should have said. Treat somebody is the right way to go about it. So I kind of agree with him, and there's some points where we're kind of I see where you're on, but I'll give you flowers. I'll be generous with my compliment. That might sound horrible. Whatever. We're rolling. We keep it going. Live, baby. Raw affection. Raw feelings. Raw feelings. Reddit reads. Let's go. Let's get into Reddit. So, I think I'm going to do every episode, I'm going to do a big one and then do small ones. So, bear with me. We got another big one here. And I think the reason I want to do this one because of the fact it's just the way I think most people find themselves in a relationship that's not intimate in the sense of sexual intimacy is falling out of the relationship. So let's go ahead and talk about it. My girlfriend of 2.5 years recently revealed that she is asexual. Made a Reddit account just to vent here. Aw, shoot. I've been dating my girlfriend since junior year. Everything has been perfect. Have been the perfect couple of all our friends keep joking about us getting married, even her parents. And to me, she was the perfect girlfriend. But this one reveal honestly left me confused and hurt. One day she told me we need to talk about our relationship. Ooh, that's not good. I was hella confused because there seemed to be nothing wrong with our relationship. At least to me. I like that you put at least to me. I like that you put that. I had no clue that she was talking about, I had no clue what she was talking about. So I asked her straight up and what she meant. Her revelation, she can't keep having sex. She said it never feels right to her and that she's never truly wanted it. I asked her if this is because we're not married, and she said no, she just doesn't like it. Now, this really confused me because she always says she likes it and we sleep together fairly often with her consent. Obviously, he put that in there. She said that she has always pretended to like it for me. For over an entire year, she's successfully fooled me into believing she's like having sex too. You know what? That's not that far-fetched. I've heard couples say like, I really don't like doing this. I just do this for my partner. So that's actually not that far-fetched. But anyway, I don't know if I'm impressed by her or disappointed in myself. Okay, dude, don't take it personally. Do not take this personally. I asked her if I'm the problem. She denied it, of course, telling me that I'm not doing anything wrong and that she just doesn't like it. I asked her why she lied about this whole time, and she said it's because she loved me and didn't want me to leave her. She also said that she feels zero sexual attraction towards me. Ooh, that hurts to hear. Or anyone else for that matter. Isn't that freaking fantastic? I edited it for YouTube's sake. She kept telling me that she loves me, but just couldn't lie to me anymore. Respect to her for doing that. I told her I need some space to think about it, and we've been separated ever since. So I don't know how long this been, but hopefully he tells me more. It has been a few weeks since this happened, okay, and we haven't spoken since then. I still don't know what to do. She forced herself to have sex with me for a year. She lied about enjoying it for over a year. She faked her sexual attraction to me for a year. I love her and all, but dang, am I wrong to be upset here? And not to be sexually attracted and not to be that guy, but I have been perfectly honest. It's hard seeing myself spend the rest of my life without sex, let alone with someone who is asexual. All right. Oh, and he put an edit. I want to state that I'm not interested in opening my relationship to fulfill my sexual needs. If I ever have sex with anyone, I want to be with my significant other. I'm doing this because I think the answer is obvious. The answer is in the email. You said, God dang it, Jared Free. Shout out to you because that's one of your comments. The answer is in the email. The answer is in the Reddit thread. You said you guys been separated. You haven't talked since. And you can't live your life going without having your sexual needs met. And you don't want to force your partner, which is a good thing, force your partner into having sex with you. Respect. Let's give some props here where props are due. Good for her for finally coming out and saying that, hey, I'm asexual. I don't feel any sexual attraction to you. I don't like having sex. Props to that. And props to her not wanting to keep lying to her boyfriend. So give her the courage for doing that. That sucks to hear. That 1000% sucks to hear. And I get how you can get into your mind thinking, like, what did I do wrong? Am I not good for her? Have I not been doing this right? I understand how you can get in your mind. I do appreciate her saying it's not you, it's me. I have to deal with this. 100% agree with that as well. You have to look at it, and you already said it. You can't live the rest of your life without having your sexual needs met. Then in that case, it's time to relationship to end. Y'all been dating since junior year, 2.5 years. So let's say this is college, and you guys are now, in the real world. It's time that the relationship has run its course. If your sexual needs not being met and you try to stay with this partner, you're going to do something to self-sabotage relationship or reach out in anger or lash out at her because you're not getting satisfied in your relationship and you're going to go off and do something that you're going to regret doing. You guys haven't talked in a couple of weeks. Y'all been separated for a couple of weeks. This relationship has run its course. It's best that, and you already said you don't want to open a relationship. She's not going to change her viewpoint on this, and you don't want her to change her viewpoint on this. It's okay. Be like, hey, you know what? I love you. I guess I love you to do a breakup telling you love somebody's going to hurt. So I wouldn't even do that. But if you genuinely feel that you love her, and you genuinely feel that, like, you know what? These last 2 years have been some fun times, but I have needs that need to be met. I don't want to open up a relationship. Counseling and therapy is not going to change this. You know what? I think it's time that we actually do go our separate ways. And take the time to go off and do your own thing and let life run its course from there. But that's the only way you get out of this one. And I understand that people who are in relationships and they just don't like certain things, don't like this, like, don't like their partner in that sense. They're not sexually attracted to their partner. I appreciate her for saying this, and good for her not just riding this out and just, you know, doing it because she feel like her partner needs it, and she's not being happy. She's not satisfied. So 1,000%, I 100% apply her for doing this. And you, sir, you have to end it and say, you know what? I have needs that need to be met. I can't go without it. 100%. It's okay to let this relationship end, let the relationship die out. Like 2 years. So don't be mad about it. Don't be upset. And I understand you say you want to get married, but just and you say you're the perfect couple, but you're not the perfect couple. If you was a perfect couple, like, there's no such thing as perfect too. So don't put that down there like, oh, we're perfection. Every couple has their ups and downs. Every couple has their issue. But yeah, if one person needs not being met and the other person needs not being met, how can you say you're perfect and y'all not working on it, and one person's like completely out? Their stance is completely different from what you want. It's okay to let the relationship end. Junior year of college, let's say you're junior year of college. I'm just throwing that out there because I don't know what junior year. Hope it's college, not high school, but it's college. Then, you know, it's okay to go out there. You have more life. 80 some years, 70, 60 to 70 plus years left. So it's okay. It's okay. And you don't know what 5 years are going to look like from now. So it's okay. It's okay to break up. Next question. You're not in a Disney movie, and being single isn't a waiting room for something better. How much do you agree with that statement? Is it best to be the person who cherishes the life experiences of being single? If you're not in a Disney movie and being single isn't a waiting room for something better, I agree with that. I agree with that. Being single is not a waiting room for something better. You're only single because you're waiting for the next person to come by. No, be single because you want to continue to grow. You want to do things and live your life and find out who you are. I think being single and finding out who you are is the most important thing. And enjoying life as by yourself. You have to enjoy life by yourself. Once you learn to do that, then when you meet somebody, there's not this projecting like certain things until, or this person should make to make your happiness. No, if you're content and happy being single and being somebody who can live their life and not rely on somebody and do your own things, you're independent, and you meet somebody who adds value to your life, who adds to your happiness, who adds to your joy, that you want to see your life build with and continue to grow, then you start dating and get to meet somebody and move on from there. But if you're somebody who's sad being single, who's not happy, and you feel like the next person you meet will change that for you, newsflash, they're not going to change that for you. They're not going to sit there and build you up. You're going to miss that self-confidence. You become confident in yourself first. Be comfortable with yourself first before you can date somebody. If you're not comfortable with who you are and know who you are, and you try to date somebody, you'll find yourself in an abusive relationship. You'll find yourself in a relationship that pretty much is going to be soul sucking to you, or you find yourself can't live your life and feel you need to be attached to somebody so much that if they move 2 steps to the right, you find yourself being suffocated and find yourself you can't live, and you do not want to rely on another person and have somebody else be the key to your car that you're driving. If we're automobiles, I'm now going to our Transformers reference here, but if we're cars and we're driving down this road called life, you don't want to put your vehicle in the hands of somebody else that you have no idea what their intentions are. If we put it go straight down the line and they're like, you know what, F it, we're about to go off the cliff, you let them control your car, then and the cliff is down there and you might not make it back to that road. So be self-confident, know who you are, be happy and content, and do not rely on another person to save your life. Rely on another person to add value to your life, to increase living, to increase your life, but don't rely on somebody to be your life. You don't want that. So I do agree with this. Being single isn't a waiting room for something better. You be better, and that person adds to your life, not that person needs to be your life. Next question. What are absurd / high dating standards? Every other post, someone talks about high female / male standards, but no one elaborates on it. Usually only saying that they are absurd. So what are high standards? I want answers from both genders. Well, a high standard for a guy is that, oh, she needs to be a certain body type. She needs to be a certain body shape, and she needs to look a certain way. That's a high standard for a guy, because people age. People go and change over the years, and they might look one way in their 20s, might look another way in their 50s. Like there is no body style change. Life happens, so people don't stay the same over the years. You can go back and look at your pictures from high school and middle school, and well, I guess even middle school. I was chunky in middle school. In high school, I slimmed down, and then I got bigger post COVID. So like people change over the years, and their lifestyle change. So you can't sit there and be like, well, they have to stay this body type their whole life. If their lifestyle changing, they go from working a job where they're on their feet 24/7, and then they go to the job where they're sitting down 8 hours a day, their body style is going to change as well. So you have to be comfortable, and I think men want a certain type of body type or body style, and that's such a ridiculously high standard. Another one, finances. You always hear finances. People are like, oh, well, they got to hit a certain high finance. It'd be a certain status financially. Well, the thing is, if you're not at that status, why do you expect somebody else you're dating to be more than you? That's something I think we do, like as guys. We're like, oh, well, if I'm making, 200K, she has to make 200K too, or she has to make 300K or 400K. Like, you're not even making 400K. Why does she have to make 400K? You're not making 400K. You're making 200K. So financial status where you are not at that goal, you're not at that level. Like that girl earlier, she's like, I make $1 million. So a million is the minimum. Respect. That's what you make. Respect. But she's not making 30,000 saying, I did a millionaire. She's not saying that. She's like, I'm already a millionaire. I want another millionaire. You're already, somebody who's making 400,000. Then as for somebody who's making $1 million, it's kind of like, wait a minute, you're not there. How can you expect your partner to be there? So that's another high standard. But I think body shape and style and size and financials are like just high standard people will put out there, and they're like, they have to hit a certain body type. It'll be something this. No, what you want to look at is lifestyle. How their lifestyle is, what their lifestyle is about. Are they a good person? Those are standards that people should keep, not how much money they make and what their body type is. All right, next question. Not sure where to get dates anymore. So I'm a 35 male, 6 foot, not ugly, not broke. I have a house that I kept very clean, and I'm pretty smart. I was married for 5 years, and I didn't work out, that didn't work out. Before that, I had no trouble with women at all. I was and still am relatively outgoing. Problem is, I really don't like networking through the internet. No social media besides this, and I really don't like going to the bars. Dating apps have not worked at all. Probably because it's weird not to have social these days. I don't know. I used to meet women just by hanging out with friends and meeting new people that way. But being married and life simply taking more time means those type of gatherings were very limited. I guess my question is, without online dating, where the heck do I meet women that would be receptive to advances these days? Well, what do you like doing? What do you enjoy doing? Are you a book reader, like reading books? Meet women at the bookstore. Go to a coffee shop. Open up a book, read there, and somebody gets a coffee. You see somebody in the coffee shop sitting there as well. You chat up with them. Have a conversation. Now, once again, remember in the other episodes I mentioned, look to see if she's being approachable. If she's not approachable, do not approach her. You look over in the coffee shop and see sitting there, might look up and glance at you a few times, like, okay, there might be an option here. There might be a moment. But if she headphone in, looking down, then don't go approach her. But coffee shops, you like reading and sitting down, and like coffee shops, concerts, like going to concerts, you say you're outgoing. Well, maybe you might go to a concert, and kind of concert you like going. You don't like going to the bars, but what other things you're into? The gym. You like working out? The gym's a place to meet somebody. At least you know somebody has the similar lifestyle as you about their health and about their health and exercise, health and fitness. So those are places you can meet people that's not just online. Now, if you're in a small city, small town, online might be the way to go. You might have to suck it up and say, you know what, I might have to meet people on the dating apps to meet who I want to meet. But if you have, and I guess another thing, speaking of standards, what are your standards? What are you looking for? Are you looking for something serious, for something casual? What are your standards? And be open to approach women. You say you had no issue before, but you're 35. You had no issue before. You was married for how long? I don't think he put his married for 5 years. So you 30 or 35. Yeah, that's not 5 years is not that big of a deal as far as dating. Like, you wouldn't have a problem approaching, because you still look like 30 or 35, and you're not 40 yet. You had no issue approaching women. Just go, you see a girl in a shopping, grocery store, whatever the case would be. She looks like she's approachable. You cross each other's path a few times. She waves at you or she smiles at you, and you look at her, you smile at her. Have a conversation. Stop and talk about the environment, the grocery store, the groceries, where you're cooking, whatever the case would be. This way you can open up with somebody. You just gotta look at somebody and see, are they approachable and do they want to be approached, and go from there. Don't be shy. Was you shy when you talk to your girlfriend or talk to your ex-wife? Was you shy about that? So, all right, moving on. Next question, and it's probably be the last question. Men, what motivates you to ask a woman out? Do you ask women out only if you feel you have a shot, or even you feel maybe you don't, or are unsure you do? Do you just shoot your shot? Do you cold approach or warm approach? What is your response when a woman says no? So, what motivates me to ask a woman out? I want to get to know her. I see her. We had a fun time. So, like I said, I like dating apps. Dating apps to me is a good way to meet people, especially for somebody who doesn't get out. I don't get out that often. My lifestyle consists of going to the gym, work, and so forth. So, like, getting out for me and didn't really happen that often. Maybe volleyball, but other than that, like gym, work, and I do Ninja Warriors. So Ninja Warriors is an environment where there's not that many women who are single in Ninja Warriors. A lot of guys or ladies who have rings on their fingers. So for me, dating apps was my way to meet women and get to talk to women. And then, after 2 days, 3 days of a good conversation, I would ask her out on a date. In person, if my friends and I ever went out to the bars or went out to the clubs or went out to an event, I would, if I meet a girl that night and we're having a good time and having a good conversation, I would pretty much ask for her number, and the next day shoot my shot and say, hey, are you free? Can I take you out to lunch or dinner, whatever the case would be? Rejection wise, I actually had 2 rejection stories that comes to my mind. One, my friend, he invited me to like a pool party years ago, and it wasn't a pool party. It was more like his apartment had a pool that had a bunch of people at it. It was like a pool party at this apartment, and this girl and I had this good conversation, chatting up, really good conversation. Chatting up, I went around, talked to his friend, talked to her friends. My friends was still there. We talked to my friends. Just the group just mingled together. Everybody's there, you just mingle and having a good time. And I remember I wanted to go out that night, and I wanted to have, still continue the party. So I kind of asked the group, like, hey, y'all still going out doing things later on tonight? We might go out later on tonight to the bar, stuff like that. And we ended up going to a bar after the pool party. But one of the girls was there, and I asked her, I left for a moment, and I came back, and I asked, hey, I think you're really attractive. It's okay, I get your number. And I said this in front of her and all her friends. I said, what? Forget it. You only live once kind of thing. YOLO. How old I am. And she goes, I have a boyfriend. I said, oh, well, lucky guy. And just kind of like, well, thank you, and walked off in front of her friends and everybody. And so I was like, hey, y'all still going out, by the way? And kind of, after I got that, I was like, y'all still going out? Well, I'll be at, so-and-so. But no, actually, I think I got the other girl's number and then texted them like, hey, we're going to be going here. But yeah, I was like, oh, well, thank you for letting me know, and just left it at that and just moved on. That's one of the rejection stories I have. I have many rejection stories, but that's one of the rejection stories that I have. And as a guy, you just kind of like take it on the chin, and hey, you meet somebody else, have a good conversation. I went to the bar that night. Who knows if I would have met somebody else and had a different conversation with them and could have went from there. The other one where I did get a number, and the next day she ended up telling me that she also had a boyfriend, was this. I met a bartender who apparently I'd known years prior, just didn't know that at that time. And she remembered me. I didn't remember her. And my friend's like, dude, you should get her number. She's definitely talking to you. She's definitely talking to you more than anybody else here. One, she's working. So she, of course, could be talking to me more because she might get a tip out of it. She's doing her job. Two, we're at a karaoke bar. So there's drinks and alcohol, and like, heck, butter me up a little bit more, get some more drinks for me. Who knows? But my friend's like, you should go get her number. So I went back up there, got her number, and the next day I was like, hey, you're free, I want to take you out to brunch. And she's like, actually, I have a boyfriend. Oh, well, good for him. And kind of like, no, that's awesome, congratulations. And kind of once again, like, well, let me know if anything changed in the future. And left it at that. So if you get rejected, your response is just be like polite. It's like, no, thank you for your time. Thank you for entertaining me pretty much. Thank you for the opportunity for me to come and talk to you. Like, that's what we're really saying as guys. Like, oh, well, thank you. Good for him. Or, that's awesome. Let me know if anything changes. Let me know you're free in the future. If I'm around, I'll still take you that date. So those kind of things you can, not trying to erase somebody's negative, like, which is my downfall in a relationship, but you're just like, oh, well, awesome for him. Good for him. And the cold approach, warm approach, I guess a cold approach is just going straight up to somebody. To me, I guess the warm approach is always the best way to go about it. Like, if you bump into somebody, you're having the same experience, you're going through something like the pool party, for example. We're all at the pool, all having fun, talking about the sports, and they had TV on, so we're watching the games like that, and she jumped into the conversation with us, and there's a whole thing. Like, it's more like you're getting to meet the group, and then you kind of like, oh, well, we're having a conversation, it's good back and forth. Well, ask her out. Like, and then you never know if you're have a feel about the shot. You never know. You have to shoot your shot. Shooters gotta shoot. You don't know where you're feeling it, where you're not sure. You don't know. You get a yes, no, or maybe. So if you feel like you're confident enough to go talk to somebody and ask them, like, hey, can I get your number? Can I take you on a date? Go for it. Regardless if you're sure or not. There's a song by, I think, Eddie Lacy, or like, it's called Bad Habit. And he pretty much says, I wish I knew you wanted me. That's the whole thing about the song, like the whole chorus. And like, if he would have known, he would have took a shot. But the fact that he didn't know, he didn't take a shot. But he's beating himself up. He's like, dang, I should have took my shot. So take your shot. You only have one life, and you never know when you meet that person again. You ask them out from that pool party. Just do all my example out there. Ask them out from the pool party. Heck, who knows what could happen 10 years from now? You don't know. So shoot your shot. You never know when life happens. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of Nerdy Dating. If you have any comments, questions, please put in the comment section below. If there's a question you want me to answer on the show, please put it in the comment section below. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at alizakkanerdydating. You can send me questions on there too, and I'll answer it for you on the show as well. Last but not least, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.